Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bearcats have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Nebraska's return team will have that offense backed up. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football. And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets...
It may be the time to do a little bit of a pivot. There's not almost anybody in the Western Conference.
So quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They go to the ground. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Dropping back, it's Raiola. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Huskers have this offense rolling. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And how about taking, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Firing toward the end zone. And wings it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them. But, man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
The Bearcats offense will go to work for the first time today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nebraska.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. That's caught. It's Pryor. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quick pass on the fly motion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Michigan is currently ahead in this. Jam-packed big house, but the maize and blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And has the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the running back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. He's got 47 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Going for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bearcats.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Line getting set on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lloyd. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lloyd. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Even first downs is that alone. Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. You got to do something to change this.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. It'll be a draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That's caught. It's Lloyd. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. To the air, it's Sorsby. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Twist his way through. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might as well give it to him again. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Got it on the outside. It's Jackson. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Man, credit to the offense, sticking with the run, but man, it's not working, and this defense is not budging, and we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy.
Fires one high and deep. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for space. It's Pryor. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Raiola. Getting some heat. Finds a man by himself. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Keeps the legs moving. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Now on the counter. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. He's got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. The defense is a little bit tired. I can't quit on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. He now has 108 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. He'll run it again. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the Huskers are threatening on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll leave it with him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front. Now setting up 4th.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
We waited so long.